Good morning, students. Today we will discuss question 12. Answer any one of the following in 100-120 words. A. Natalia and Ivan argued about the ownership of Oxen Meadows and the superiority of their respective dogs in the play The Proposal. Imagine yourself as the playwright of the play based on your understanding of the personality traits of Natalia and Ivan. Write a dialogue based on an imaginary event showcasing another argument between them. Or B. Read the extracts given below and comment on the difference in the nature of help both the characters of these two stories received. A. Suddenly I came out of the clouds and saw two straight lines of lights in front of me. It was a runway, an airport. I was safe. I turned to look for my friend in the black aeroplane, but the sky was empty. The black aeroplane. B. All through the night, Lencho thought only of his one hope, the help of God. The following Sunday, at daybreak, he began to write a letter. It was nothing less than a letter to God. The following Sunday, Lencho came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. Lencho showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. Such was his confidence. A letter to God. Now answer A. Natalia. Well, how do you like our house? Question mark. Ivan. I like it, but had it been somewhat bigger it. Natalia. What do you mean? It has 10 rooms, a big yard and a rear garden. It is better than yours. Ivan. How can you say that? Mine has 20 rooms and a bigger yard and a bigger garden. Natalia, as if I hadn't seen it. It is a big muck house. Ivan, and yours? A pink house. Natalia, shut up. Ivan, you shut up. My heart, oh my heart, sinks down. Natalia, oh dear, what happened? Get up, take some water. Ivan, thank you. Rising, but I must say my house is better than yours. Natalia, mine. Ivan, no, you liar. I am going never to return. Natalia, oh no. Dear, yours is better. Don't go, please. Now, second part B. In the story The Black Aeroplane, the narrator got divine help to escape from the terrible storm and a sure death. In the story A Letter to God, Lencho got human help to come out of a critical situation and a financial setback without his knowing about it. In the Black Aeroplane, the narrator flying his Dakota over France is suddenly in the midst of a terrible storm. He has inadequate fuel to fly up and over the stormy clouds. He cannot fly to the north or the south. His radio contact is snapped. He finds himself entirely on his own. When he sees a pilot of a mysterious plane beckoning to him to follow him. He takes the risk and follows him like a child. With heroic efforts, he is able to land his plane safely. When he makes an inquiry about this plane, he is shocked to learn that there has been no other plane than his in the sky that night. We are thus made to think beyond the text. What is the reality of the black aeroplane? Who was piloting it? Was he a ghost or a supernatural being out to help the writer in distress? No rational answers to such questions are possible. The black aeroplane continues to haunt us. In A Letter to God, there is a hard working farmer, Lencho, who has firm belief in God. When his crops get destroyed due to heavy rain, he becomes sad. As an innocent human being, he writes a letter to God asking for 100 pesos. One can laugh at his simple heartedness, but one cannot ignore the firmness of his belief. The postmaster who reads his letter arranges money for him. Like many human beings, he trusts God, but not fellow human beings. When he gets less money as demanded by him from God, he begins to doubt the integrity of the postal staff as he thinks that they are a bunch of crooks. Question number 13. Answer any one of the following in 100 120 words. Question 1. Hari Singh says he knew it, but neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. Anil successfully addressed the situation by not addressing it at all. Elaborate based on your reading of the thief's story. Or B. Read the following quote by an American author, E. E. Hale. I am only one, but I am one. I cannot do everything, but I can do something. And I will not let what I cannot do interfere with what I do. Bholi's evolution from a dumb cow to a masterpiece supports the given quote justified. Now, part A. Anil was a kind hearted person. He took pity on the narrator who said that he was out of work. He agreed to employ him without knowing that he was actually a thief. The narrator started working for him, but he was not paid any salary. Anil had no regular income. He started teaching the narrator, who thought that if he became educated, he could get material success. One night, he got the opportunity to steal a bundle of currency notes Anil had brought home recently. He reached the station and was happy, but something within made him miss the train. He came back and slipped the damp banknotes due to rainwater under the mattress from where he had picked them. He went to sleep peacefully. Next morning, Anil offered him 50 rupees as his pay. He promised that now he would pay him regularly. The narrator felt that Anil had come to know about the theft. Anil kept quiet. He handled an awkward situation by not addressing it at all. Sometimes it is good to keep silent and remain non-interfering. A bad situation turns into a favorable one. Anil's silence brought about a permanent change in the young narrator. Second part. B. E. E. Hale is right in saying that each one of us is unique and is capable of doing something. No one should allow anything or anyone to interfere with what one is capable of doing. In the story Bholi, this assertion is best illustrated in the evolution of the mind in the evolution of the timid girl by the same name. Bholi was really an innocent, timid girl. She was ugly and pockmarked. Neglected by one and all, she had lost her confidence. She had forgotten that her real name was Sulekha. She could not speak properly. Bholi got a new identity and personality because of the sincere efforts of her teacher. There was a time when Bholi could not even speak out her own name. She used to stammer because of her lack of confidence. But her teacher filled her with confidence. She told Bholi to stand up for her rights and live a respectable life in spite of her weak points. At the time of her marriage, her would be husband demanded a dowry of 5,000 rupees. Bholi's father reluctantly offered the demanded money, but Bholi protested against this injustice. She flung the wedding garland into the fire and told her father to take back his money. She said that she had agreed to marry an older and lame person for the sake of his honor. But her would be husband's crude demand for dowry proved that he was mean, greedy, and hateful. She would never marry such a contemptible person. She would rather remain single and teach in the village school for her dignity. Thus, Bholi proved that dignity is the most valuable asset for a girl. She proved that she was a unique individual and no one could dictate